Hey neighbors, and welcome to the first episode of Initiative Coffee presents The Bards Tale, where we're all sitting at a table playing bards because it's never been possible without party wipes before, and now it is. We're going to go quick around the table and introduce characters, and then we'll set the scene, and then we'll start hucking dice.
I'm Tyler. I am playing a human bard named Nadir Lamoja. I'm literally as basic a character as you can get.
Hello, I am LaTia. I am playing Lotus, also a bard of the Tiefling persuasion, and she just wants to be the best.
Hi, my name is Joe, and I'm playing Skylark the Everfree. He's a Fey-touched bard, and his alignment is chaotic fabulous.
My name is Elise Forer, and I am playing Iona Moore, the youngest daughter of the Moore family of the Tritons living beneath the glass shores. If there's anything worth doing, it's worth doing right and winning.
I'm Chris, and I'll be playing Matthias Kalamos. I play an Abyssal Tiefling, the better type of bard, and I benefit from full cover by hiding behind the failures of everyone else at the table.
So, to set the scene, if you manage to check out the Emerald Blades final chapters, this campaign will take place approximately 10 years after that. So we're going to go ahead and set up. New lands have been discovered, new alliances have been forged, new resources discovered, and new mistakes have been made. 10 years ago, a giant fireball appeared in the sky, and suddenly, new folks discovered new powers. Powerful magics unimaginable before were cast by arcane novices at best, usurpers and imitators at worst. The arcane colleges took an official stance against the new practitioners who claimed to be working in behalf of some denizen power. The most powerful of these practitioners created a vast chaos in the west. On the edge of the desert wastes, one of the usurpers raised abominable armies and unleashed unimaginable terror. The stranger was labeled an enemy of the imperial state, a usurper most vile by the colleges, and calamity intent by the Grand Council of Anathema. The might of the colleges of wizards put down the upstart, though there are rumors of ragtag organizations, mercenary guilds, and so-called champions of good. Those rumors are largely seen as hearsay. Concurrently, with the downfall of the Grand Usurpers, a group of explorers set out to set initial charts of a continent previously encountered only by pirates and cutaways. Those explorers put an end to the domination of the unknown region by scoundrels and cutthroats and cleared the way for a foothold in the new land with new resources, new lore, and new adventure. Several factions took up the charge: the Imperial Hold, the Wizards University, the Bards College, and Anathema's largest trade organization, Hutchinson Supply and Sundry, bankrolled the settlement of Commonwealth. Since then, hundreds of bona fide explorers, adventurers, and indigent looking for a reprieve from their impoverished existence have replaced the previous criminal elements of pirates and thieves on the glass shores. It is on the way to this settlement Commonwealth that our story picks up somewhere in the South Sea aboard the good ship Imminent Hope under the helm of Captain Dorax Anquave. 5 novice bards, just schooled in the noble tradition, present varying degrees of seasickness. The ship at capacity with the crew, our heroes, and vast amounts of cargo, the last shipment to Commonwealth before the dangers of the monsoon season set in. 6 days out of port and the skies turned south. A storm not concerned with arbitrary dates, the calendar indicates for its seasonality. The crew of the Imminent Hope and their guests find themselves in a shifting cabin, ship spinning around anchors, our bardic friends encountering various degrees of illness. Roll Constitution saves.
Do I get advantage because I literally live in the ocean?
Yes.
Excellent.
14.
5.
18.
It's still
22.
only an 8.
It's still only an 8?
Yeah.
All right, well, if you rolled below a 10, you are indeed seasick.
Oh.
You'll take
live
the equivalent
underwater.
of 1 level of exhaustion from being seasick.
Aw.
We're starting out strong here on the Bard's Tale.
I'm just going to keep my mouth shut now.
A mermaid is seasick.
She's not a mermaid, she's a Triton.
The Triton
but
is
yes,
seasick.
she's seasick.
It's like being
more
They don't,
sickness.
she's seasick, but they just call it sick.
Okay.
So an interesting thing happened 6 days ago I'm sorry, 10 days ago when you left the port of Cutter Falls, there was a big hubbub surrounding the dock, and you guys narrowly escaped before they sealed off the dock. Chris, what was the big hubbub?
What was the big hubbub? Indeed. It's none of your damn business what the big hubbub was.
What did you
Or I
do?
guess, nothing. Nothing.
I don't believe you.
We'll find out in due time.
I was just out on an enthusiastic walk, and I may have upset a few local merchants.
You.
Yeah, I may have made off on the ship with some fish sandwiches that I needed from their store.
Some fish sandwiches.
Yeah,
So,
I don't.
so the
have-
fishmonger is mad at you, and the baker is mad at you,
Yes.
and the mustard vendor. I don't know.
The condiment guy.
The condiment guy. All right. The
Condiment
condiment
cart.
guy.
I suppose
The condiment
that-
card is
so
furious
that
with
would-
you.
Yeah, but
that would be a
everybody just calls him
farmer.
the condiment guy.
He's
Yeah.
the most angry at you, actually.
Yes.
Because you
Yeah.
took all of his
Condiment guy.
condiments for those
That's true.
sandwiches.
Yeah, that's absolutely true. That's
The
ridiculous.
hubbub was over a tub of mayo
All that hubbub.
Hubbub.
They
that I stole
closed
from the
down the
condiment
port.
guy named Bub.
They closed down the port for a single tub of
This has
mayo.
become much too silly.
I don't believe you.
Well done. So you get the idea if you're seasick. The winds have started to die down, and you get the idea that really the only way to avoid your seasickness is going to be to go to the deck of the ship and get some fresh air, which seems counterintuitive, but you won't be swaying. You'll be seeing what's happening instead of just feeling the awful sway of the boat.
Okay.
Seeing the horizon helps.
That's true.
I
That's
will
what I'm told.
groggily do that.
You'll groggily do that.
Yeah.
All right.
Same.
Okay.
I will spryly head up to the crow's nest. Is that allowed? Am I allowed on the crow's nest?
Sure. Yeah. They will let you go because you have convinced them that you are the greatest perceiver of things in all of the realms. Because you're a bard, and that's convincing people of things is what you do.
Hell yeah.
Is that
You kind of head up, and the captain of the ship, who you assume is a kobold, looks
Why
and
would
nods in
Did
your
you
direction.
just assume his race?
No. Her.
Oh, her race.
Yeah.
Okay.
Did you just assume her gender?
I did.
Oh!
Ladies can be captains of boats too.
But kobolds, probably not.
Yeah, the kobolds are a little small.
This one.
a
Where's
little
my-
short to
It
be
seems like a
captain.
big kobold, but not a supremely big kobold.
Where's my crossbow?
No.
So where's your guy? Oh, you're heading up all the way to the crow's nest. And there
Indignantly, I
is
stare
some
at the
folks
horizon.
There are some folks.
steering the boat,
Nice.
and that seems about to scale for the kobold.
That's close.
That's close. And we've got a little guy next to her who is shouting orders at the crew. So you guys are just headed to the deck.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
gonna hang off kind of by the side here, just trying to let as much of the spray hit my face as possible.
I'm not seasick. I'm not going anywhere.
You're gonna feel one with the ocean.
Yeah.
Couldn't you just like dive in and feel better?
Well, yeah,
Well,
she
you
can
know,
swim,
I
but-
can't swim that fast.
She's out of
Grab a rope.
seasick.
Boats go fast.
Skitch.
Sure.
Skitch
I
with the ship.
suppose I'll be here-ish.
Here-ish.
Skiing behind.
Can't you just dive in the water and give the boat like kind of a Triton rudder and
Yes, she is gonna sway the
hold
whole
onto
boat.
it and let it steer you?
I don't know
well,
that that
I'm
would be to the
not
best
feeling
of my
that seasick,
abilities.
but
Sure.
I'm going to go up and socialize anyway. But first, I'm going to pat my pony Sebastian on the head and
Your
feed
pony
him an
Sebastian.
apple.
All right.
It'll be okay, boy. I'll be just up the deck here.
He whinnies in your direction in glee.
Gleeful win.
A gleeful Winnie.
Sure.
All right.
It's not a whinny of terror.
The
or anything.
happiest pony of them all.
The happiest pony of them all. So you guys start to make your way out of the boat to the surface, and I need you to roll me a perception check.
All right. I'm good at those.
As the
I'm
one who
staying under
sees the
decks
most
with the
things.
buffet.
Okay.
Boom.
You
That's a
notice about a dozen large hawks flying in your general direction. Yeah.
A dozen large hawks.
Yeah.
Do I know what kind of hawk?
Roll a nature.
Ooh, I'm good at those.
Are you?
No.
No.
Take 2. I'm extra not good at those.
Wow.
They
That
look
is
like
a
hawks.
1.
Yeah.
Those
they,
look like birds.
They're probably just going to fly over. It'll be fine.
Normal birds.
Just normal birds. Just seabirds.
Okay.
You know.
Birds of the sea.
I'm just going to go ahead and
Look at those big dogs
take a
with
leisurely
wings.
sit on this crow's
Yeah,
nest, put my
leisurely
legs
sit
through the little bars and just kind
on
of
the
dangle
crow's
them
nest. Okay.
and watch the hawks get closer.
And watch the hawks get closer. All right.
This doesn't seem
Just
ominous at
hawks.
all.
About a minute
How
and a
far in
half
the sea are we?
later, I need everyone else to roll perception checks.
Oh.
I'm not outside.
Does that
Not you.
level of exhaustion is that
It's
still a
gone
thing
now.
I have? Oh, it's gone now.
Yeah.
Okay, great.
No.
Look at those big dogs with wings.
Oh no. Ooh, 16.
You see a half a dozen or so hawks flying toward the boat.
What kind of hawks?
Roll a nature.
This is fun.
A 13?
They're blood hawks.
Ah.
They're large
Ooh.
hawks, carrion birds mostly.
That sounds bad.
Um,
Glad I'm down
you, because of your regional knowledge, know that oftentimes these birds will fly towards where storms just were to kind of like pick the bones of ships that were caught in the storm if they were not lucky enough to survive.
Ooh, even if the things aren't necessarily dead?
Well, they don't really know that beforehand.
Okay.
So, yeah.
The
I,
bird's not psychic.
I throw up a hand and I point at the birds and I say, "That's not good. It's very not good. We should do something."
Wonderfully articulate.
The seasickest. The seasick sea dweller.
So the hawks are approaching, and they're approaching the crow's nest. And Mateus,
I
you
called
in the
down to
crow's
her,
nest.
"Would you like a bite of my fish sandwich?" And I shake it, and some sloppy mayo
Sure.
lettuce falls down.
Sure. I imagine you have like 300 fish sandwiches. Like to cause the dock to shut down, you stole all of the fish, all of the bread, and all of the tartar sauce.
And you
You're
spent
also-
the
you're also
last
the
few
smelliest
hours
guy on the
making
boat.
sandwiches.
And the lemons.
And the lemons, it's
That's
true.
important.
You need the lemon, and it's important when you're seafaring.
Lemon. Oh, citrus. You want to avoid the scurvy.
you looking
It's a crippling disease. No, he's not helping you. You got the lemons for him.
I'm going to be scurvy-free.
You should have stolen your own lemons. There was an orange vendor too.
I don't think I need them, but
Probably not. Maybe that's what Tritons are, is they're just so riddled with scurvy that they get scales.
that's it.
Their scurvy is so severe it allows them to breathe underwater.
Hey, it comes with some racial abilities. It's really a benefit.
That
You
makes
just
me
got to get
uncomfortable.
through.
So, Chris, you have the benefit of some friends. And by
Do they
friends,
land on the... Oh, God.
I mean not friends, because they want to murder your face.
New friends.
Ooh.
The best
no.
of friends.
Oh, that's a lot of friends.
Why?
Oh.
These
That
birds
friend is
suck
dead.
at landing.
Blood
That friend's dead
hawks.
now.
Do you need some help, Brian?
Yeah, because I'm not supposed to lean.
We should put sticky stuff on those.
Well, yeah, these are little cheap things I bought from Michael's. So,
I like them.
What?
Can I take a reaction real fast?
Do you have anything that allows you to take a reaction?
Free will.
Yeah. The fact that you haven't called the word initiative yet.
Well, I haven't asked for initiative.
I would like to disengage and slide down the rope.
Right. quick.
Sure. You can use your disengage action to slide down the rope. I need you to roll me an acrobatics check.
I can do that. Yes.
Oh, that's pretty decent. So, yeah.
25.
Which rope are you sliding? Are you like
The one that's kind of-
Assassin's Creeding down this like hook here and gonna try to take it down?
He's
Yeah.
diving into the hay underneath
Yeah.
everything.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna like birds die. No, I'm just gonna grab
You're
onto
just
whatever.
gonna die now.
So I imagine with a successful acrobatics as high as that is, you kind of like maneuver your way down here and grab onto this hook. And that's probably as far as you're going to get, but the hook will bring you down by your next turn. And at that point, I'll need everyone to roll for initiative.
Let's do it.
You guys, the buffet down here is great.
It's a happening
Ooh.
buffet.
There's a band. This is the best cruise I've ever been on.
Is it the only cruise you've ever been
It
on?
is.
Well,
Coincidentally.
I think we're the band.
maybe.
We are the band.
Yeah, but it's nice to not have to be the band every now and again.
No.
Let
You're the
someone
band.
else be the band.
Let someone else. There are other bards on this boat.
Exactly. Like,
Oh, I left my fish sandwich up there.
You sure did. Fortunately, you have enough for 300 more.
Damn.
You know those are
299 now.
only going to be good for like a day.
seriously.
You did. You may have stolen the wrong
Of
thing.
all the
it's
things
true.
to grab before getting on a boat, you
Not
picked
jerky.
the
You
dumbest.
picked fish.
That's a myth. Expiration labels are the government trying to control you.
Lousy Imperium.
Notice they don't get blasted on living animals.
What did you guys get for initiative?
This goat is
I got it.
expired.
My God.
8.
Yes, I got an
I
8.
assume someone beat an 8 on an initiative.
I got a 21.
Did anybody beat a 21?
14.
That's not beating a 20.
It's
Anyone
not.
beat a 14?
I had 6.
Not great.
I'm not going last.
Dang.
No.
What did you get, Ty?
I'm not on the deck.
Oh, you aren't on the deck.
No.
That's true. You're just gonna let them
I
get
didn't-
mauled by hawks.
I don't know these people.
You've been on a boat for like over a week. With
I
them.
vaguely know these people.
Alright.
Lotus
Perhaps I'll hear a ruckus and come later.
and Skylark. All right. So Iona, you have noticed as several hawks have started to swarm the boat.
I'm really close to one, aren't I?
Yes, you
Yes.
are really close to 2.
Well, because I know that these things are basically just worthless scavengers, I'm going to take out my trident and stab it.
Okay.
Stabby, stabby.
Skewer
Stabby,
that
stabby.
hawk.
Skewer that hawk.
It's
Hot
time for
kebab.
everyone's favorite game show.
TV's real weird in this realm.
What's a TV?
It's just a scribe bowl.
Yeah,
Click,
exactly.
click, click.
We have
Ooh.
a 12 to hit.
12 hits?
Excellent. That thing takes 6 damage,
Okay.
and I call it a unrefined.
You call it unrefined. All right.
No, what is it? Not a noun.
Adverb?
Yeah.
Pronoun? Adjective.
Okay.
I
A
can't
curse
go
word.
over.
Oh.
Got a little more to go on.
Obscenity?
Elise.
What is that?
You call
What is
it
that
an
in the
obscenity?
English language? An obscenity.
I just imagine you yelling obscenity while stabbing it with a trident.
It is quite obscene. Stupid little
killing
murder
Spyro.
birds.
Mateus, you are swarmed by some hawks.
How many?
2.
Oh, God.
You escaped the other 2, though.
Yeah.
For now.
I just escaped 2 and I land right next to 2.
Maybe
For
leaving your
context,
sandwich up
how
there was
big are
good,
these
'cause they're
things in
eating.
like real world terms?
They are small beasts.
so like
they're,
seagulls.
they're the size of like gnomes.
Oh.
Oh, so in the real world.
They're the size of
Small children.
Like a Chicago pigeon?
like
These
small
are
children.
Massive
Like,
fuck off
yeah.
birds.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
They're pretty big.
Yeah.
Like a condor.
sure. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, you know what? Condors are way bigger than small children.
Wood.
So like they're substantially sized birds.
Yeah. Sure. Let's
Could-
leave it at that and
Could they
stop
like pick
comparing.
up a toddler and like?
Most
Yeah.
most
Okay,
definitely.
So,
yeah.
all right, so they're big.
Without an issue. Right.
Awesome.
Weird.
Yeah.
So the smell from the shellfish in the buffet is giving me like it's starting to turn. I think I'm gonna come outside for a little bit. and
Well, you're gonna have to wait
Get
until
some
the end of the
fresh air.
round, but
Okay.
that's fine. Mateus.
Where is the entrance to the below docks area?
Over here.
Okay. I am going to disengage again.
Okay.
and
Hide under dock.
I'm gonna kind of just push off and
tumble.
just
Roll.
backflip and do one of these all the
Waggity
way
smaggity
downstairs.
all the way into
Awkward
the-
moonwalk away.
Yep,
Oh,
I'm just
man.
gonna ditch. So
Are you gonna give a jaunty like peace on the way out?
Yeah.
You can make it the whole way to the below deck. There you go. You're not in the ocean.
Don't go near the shellfish.
He is the shellfish.
I'm
That's
carrying
probably
all of me.
Iona, you notice as two hawks attack your face. It's the way of things. They do get advantage because they have pack tactics.
Oh,
Of course they do.
Oh no.
And that will hit you on a 22.
Yeah, I don't have my armor class filled out currently, so probably.
So yeah, definitely your 10 plus your dex is gonna hit.
Probably less
Yeah.
than 22.
And plus, what am I wearing? Leather armor? What's that?
11 plus your dex.
Plus your dex.
So
Cool.
15.
It's a 15. So yeah, it hits.
Yeah, so you're gonna take 4 points of piercing damage from the first hawk,
That's not like super good, but
and 4 from the second.
oh, so that's like super not good. Oh.
How many people are on this ship, by the way?
It's a light crew. It's mostly a cargo ship that you guys have like somehow finagled your way onto.
Cool.
You
Especially
pretended to be a person with lots of cargo as you carried your multitudes of
You took
fish and
crates of
lemons.
fish.
A lot of good
Just like,
stuff here.
Just gangway.
Yeah.
Ran through everybody.
And then these hawks will fly up to the captain's area.
That's his problem.
Her problem.
We've
Jeez.
established this already.
The captain's assistant. Also a her?
The captain's assistant is a him.
Oh.
The two up will remain.
at you
I
and
need
your
everybody who's
gender
on
roles.
deck to roll a spot check.
Oh.
That means perception, right?
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Oh, psych.
That's a 12.
yes, 12.
18.
3.
So the two of you notice that the birds start like pecking away at like the ropes.
Oh.
Oh
No?
no.
This sounds bad.
That's super not. Does this seem out of the ordinary?
Definitely.
Okay.
Yeah, so these are usually like they're intelligent because they're like predatory birds, but they're not like saboteur. Like they don't know the concept
like,
of
sneaky
sabotage.
They don't
Murder
understand
birds.
that. They should not understand that picking ropes to, disengage our sails should be a thing that they
Right.
should
Right.
do. Okay, great.
Cool. I yell, kill these birds.
She yells, "Kill these birds!" You hear Iona yell, "Kill these birds!"
Oh,
Lotus.
Great. Okay. So I guess from where I am, I can see if I turn my head that Iona's being attacked by birds, and that's no good. So I'm gonna shimmy on over there
Okay.
and try and stick my rapier through one.
The same one she stuck her trident through. a
Yes,
moment
the
ago?
same one that she stuck her trident through. So. No, that's a 5.
That is unfortunate.
That is very unfortunate.
Skylark.
Oh dear. These birds must be so hungry.
They're eating ropes even. Oh, you haven't seen them eating ropes. So.
No.
And a partially eaten fish sandwich.
that's what's keeping these
They
two
went to
up.
town on the fish
They're the
sandwich,
ones, yeah.
I'll move up and help my friends who are being pecked to death.
Sure.
I want to run up to the edge and also draw my sword and attack.
Sure.
As he jauntily leans against
Yeah.
them.
He's just that.
Birds.
How you guys doing?
How
How you
are
guys
you
doing?
doing?
You guys come here often? Stab.
Do you fly here often?
A 15?
15 hits.
What's a bird like you doing in a boat like this?
Killing people.
Eat it.
Being hungry.
Eating ropes.
What's a ravenous sky predator like you
6
doing in a
6 damage.
water-based
So that first
vehicle
bird will
like
drop.
this?
Ooh, bye bird.
You killed a bird.
Bye bye birdie.
That's true.
It was the bird or him though. I mean,
And
All of us.
I'll say, calm down, Iona, you'll be okay. And as my bonus action, I will give you an inspiration die.
Oh, wow. Thank you.
Look at that.
Hands you
Being a
die.
bard.
I'm a little irritated that you told me to calm down, but
But she'll take
I
the
will
inspiration.
take it. Thank
triggered.
you.
Nadir, you are headed up then.
yeah, I'm headed up and
Is he gonna run into me as I cram her in the door?
gonna
Like
say-
Roll
hey.
roll an acrobatics check actually.
all right. 16.
So he rolls down the stairs as you were at the bottom of the stairs.
Okay.
And you just kind of like maneuver. You like jump
just-
off like
yeah.
a step
Just
and
kind of
leap
like hop
over him as he rolls under you. You kind of look back and you're like, oh, huh?
I would definitely look behind me confused. Like,
Right.
Okay.
It's a weird thing to see happen.
Kind of land
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
this, look at him, and I say,
So you'll
birds.
end up
Imagine,
here.
I imagine that it's like the scene in Community where he enters the room and everything's on fire.
Yes.
a little
Just
bit.
like, oh,
Decided to come down
maybe
here for
the
a
fish smell wasn't so bad. How many birds we got here?
There are 5 left. There's 2 up
Two up
here,
there,
2
two
down
down
here,
there.
and then 1 with Iona and the gang.
Huh. This is weird.
Yeah.
I'm all right. I'll move over towards this guy and try to gang up on that bird with them.
Well, you've moved your full
Oh, so I'm
movement
done
to
for
get
my
upstairs.
turn? Okay.
Well, if you have a ranged action, like if you have like a
Don't.
vicious mockery or something as a cantrip,
I do. I'm not gonna throw my dagger. I need that.
I'm just gonna throw it right off the
My
boat.
only Come on.
So you can double move to get there.
missed
You can
it.
use your
Ah,
action
it's
to
gone
take a dash,
Just like
but you won't be able to attack this round.
Yeah, I'll just stay where I was.
Okay.
Yeah, I would rather not.
Not get attacked by
Yeah,
birds?
exactly.
Pecs.
It's cool.
And then the captain and the crewmen up there eliminate one of the birds together. They're still dealing with this other one.
These are very floppy birds.
I
Yeah.
doubt that they
Very
call
flappy
being
birds.
bloodhawks.
But
I don't know.
Is there another bird left
There
near
is
me?
another bird left near you. It's like right here-ish.
Well, I'm gonna kill that because I'm supremely irritated.
Okay.
Yeah.
Use your extra die.
I'm gonna use. Ooh.
You get
How does that
inspiration.
work?
It's a
You roll
D6,
D6.
and you get to roll it along with
Your
your
D20.
D20.
It's on any
Cool.
D20 roll, but you have to roll it before you know the result.
So you roll the d6 first.
Roll the d20.
No, you decide whether you're going to roll them or you roll them together.
Right.
The way that Bardic Inspiration works is you can roll the D20 first and look at the die number, but you can add your Bardic Inspiration only before you know if you successfully hit or not. Like once I tell you you miss, you can't use it. But if you roll a
Right.
low D20, you're like, oh, I need to use this D6. You can use the D6 then. So you roll it after you roll the D20, but before the die is resolved.
So roll your d20 first, and then depending on that roll,
You probably want to use the D6 then.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Yeah.
What'd you get?
Yeah.
What's the
I
total?
got. With my +4 to hit, it would be a 14.
Yeah, 14 hits.
Yay. 2 damage.
2 damage.
You tap him
What's
on the
your weapon?
shoulder with your
Yeah.
weapon.
Trident.
Oh, is it?
Two-handed.
A
Do
big
you add your
fork.
strength bonus or your dexterity bonus to that damage?
Strength.
Dexterity, I think.
That's not finesse.
If
Yeah,
it's
if it's
two-handed.
The booth is yelling strength, so it's strength.
Your strength is 14, so you add 2 more to your
So
die.
you did 4 damage.
4 damage.
Oh.
Okay. Mateus.
I am gonna pick myself up out of the mess I threw myself into. I'm gonna take out my crossbow and head up the stairs and just peek out the door
Okay.
and fire a bolt at the nearest thing.
the nearest thing is
The
me.
nearest thing is him.
The nearest
There's a
thing.
couple of hawks like still up in the crow's nest.
All right,
Sorry,
we'll aim at one of the
strength to my
ones up
damage.
there since they have my sandwich.
Yes.
Yes. That's cool.
You
My
add strength to a
sandwich.
melee
Sandwich
attack
is gone, bro.
damage.
You bastards!
You'll always do 1d8 plus.
That'll be a
Awesome.
16 to hit.
What's the range on your crossbow?
It is. Oh, I didn't write it down on this one. It's like 80,
8320
or something like that.
You hit.
That's 5 damage to the bird.
Pew, pew, pew.
Okay.
Die, burb.
It will be their turn. They will continue to
Eat rope.
eat rope. The one down here will attack Iona without advantage. Does a 12 hit.
It does not, thankfully, because otherwise I would be just a little dead.
Super in bad news.
Promoted to guest.
And you did.
Lotus.
It is my turn. I'm going to shimmy over to that burb and stab him again.
Everyone's dancing as they fight.
Boop.
Yeah, exactly.
Step 'em in the
A
neck and I say,
9.
9 will not hit. No.
But
Skylark.
I
oh.
will no. As with my bonus action,
Sure.
I will look at Iona and say, "Don't die," and I will cast Healing Word.
Ooh, look at the bard using
For-
bard spells.
Oh.
Like bards
6.
do.
Yay, thank you.
Is that
You
how they
regain
do?
6
I
hit
didn't
points.
take anything like
Yay.
that.
She's a different kind of bard.
Not that kind of bard.
Skylark. There's one bird left flacking around, pecking at things.
That one that's.
That one.
Yeah, the
what-
one that
what
I
is
just
right
shimmied
there?
over to.
Can I run up and attack?
Yeah, you can get to it.
I will very gladly move out of the way.
You dance along the rudder or
And
the wall
I
of the boat.
will draw a dagger in my offhand as I approach, so I can make 2 melee attacks.
Okay.
Ooh.
My sword, I got a 17 to hit,
17 will definitely hit. Yes.
and it's 4 damage.
4 damage. Okay.
And
That will actually kill it.
okay,
So you will not get to make 2 attacks unless you're hucking a dagger
and there
up
are.
these stairs to the other lady.
And the one's topside.
How
Or the one stops.
I'll move as much as I can
Yeah,
in
you
that
try.
direction
Up here?
towards the wheel.
Yeah. So you can probably get up up to the top step. Maybe. You'll get up to
Acrobatics check.
the toppest step.
The most top step.
There you go. And you can throw the dagger. if
I'm
you
gonna
want.
throw the dagger.
The tippity top step.
Noise.
I have an 18 to hit.
18 will hit. Yep.
Just that 1d4.
5 damage.
5 damage. That actually drops that bird as well.
Yeah.
So you just have the 2 remaining topside.
What are biting at stuff?
What are biting at stuff and junk. And it is Nadir's turn.
Well, they killed those other 2. Have
Actually,
I?
roll a perception.
I was gonna say, do I notice the ones that are up there? Where'd it go? There it is. So it'd be 21.
Yeah. So you didn't notice them at first, but people are like looking
looking
at
up
them
that way?
and like, wow, what do we do?
Alright.
Somebody was just up there to kill those birds, and then he fled. So we don't really know what to do.
That guy ran away like a punk.
He did, and he rolled down some stairs.
Nerds!
Let me check my range on the thing real quick. About how far away is that?
Probably 40 feet up. It's not exactly the scale.
Damn
but-
thing.
And that's not gonna work.
You guys can eat meat, not touch them.
Is there any like debris on the deck? Like a
To like throw?
yeah, like try to huck up there, get their attention, get them
I
to
mean,
come
there's
down
some
here.
like sandwiches and stuff.
As he like fled, did he just drop
Trail
sandwiches?
of
They like
sandwiches.
fell out of his person. Yes.
All right, I'm gonna
Excellent.
pick up a sandwich from the
Are
ground,
those
and I'm
10 days
gonna
old
try
fish
to
sandwiches?
try to
They-
huck
well,
it.
they weren't
Smell.
sandwiches 10 days ago, but it's
Yeah.
10 day
10-day-old
old product
fish.
for fish sandwiches.
Fish sandwich.
So
So
the whole
that's-
boat just
Reeks,
reeks.
stinks like fish. Yeah.
I'm gonna try to huck whatever sandwiches up at them to try to get them
Okay,
to come down.
that's gonna take disadvantage because you're not proficient with sandwich. But you'll get to roll, but you'll roll
well,
at
what if
disadvantage.
what if I like? Because I'm assuming if it's 10 days old, it's a little mushy. What if I like crumple it into a ball?
That's
first?
what gives you. That's what gives you the ability to throw it at all.
Oh,
Well,
okay.
for non-proficiency, you just don't add proficiency bonus.
Don't ruin this for me.
So that's
let's not get bogged down in the rules.
so that's
here.
Dex then?
Okay.
Dex, yeah.
So that's gonna be a 21.
Let the
A
man
21
throw a
does
sandwich.
with disadvantage. So roll it twice.
All right.
Take the lower.
Take the lower,
Ooh.
which you're still gonna
So,
hit because their
yeah,
AC
I
is
was gonna
12.
say. So yeah, the lower was 18.
Right. So you hurl a ball of bread and fish at them.
And condiment. Don't forget
And
condiment.
condiment. It does in fact deal a point of damage,
Shit.
which
Wow.
I was just trying to get their attention, but I did damage with a sandwich.
that's true. You have their attention now.
Good. Come on down.
Um,
Come get some of this.
Iona. Skylark, as you look at the captain, she's confused, but not altogether like surprised, right? Like She brought a bunch of bards on her boat. Bards are known for shenanigans often, so here we are hucking sandwiches at birds.
I'm proud of
Iona,
myself.
it is now your turn.
So we have a bird left up top.
Two
birds.
Two
on the crow's
birds,
nest.
and those are the birds that are left.
Yep.
I tried to
Okay.
kill them with one sandwich and it didn't work.
2 birds, 1 sandwich.
If I threw my trident overboard, I wouldn't be too worried because I could go get it, which is a nice thing.
I wouldn't worry about it because I'm
However-
good enough. I don't have to be concerned with
However,
water.
it is quite troublesome. So instead, I will start to climb the crow's nest. to
Sure.
go after the last
Yeah.
two birds.
So you can get 30 feet up, and there's not really a good way to like.
Click you in.
Nice.
Yeah.
Could I also attempt to roll an intimidation to?
On the birds.
Yeah.
Sure, you can
Is
be
that,
like.
is that how birds work?
Make angry
They
bird
have an
noises at them.
intelligence, so theoretically they can be intimidated.
Are they sea birds? So I could technically use my emissary of the sea.
How does Emissary of the Sea work specifically?
I would have to look it up to be very specific, but essentially I can talk to sea creatures and they can understand me. However, I cannot understand them.
I am gonna say that specifically applies to aquatic creatures.
You're Aquaman.
Unless like you
Nice.
work on in downtime, I'll say that you can upgrade that to work on birds
Ooh.
also.
Upgrade to
But
But at
birds.
the moment, it only works for aquatic creatures.
Does that mean that while we're
Okay.
traveling, she's just going to be like, "Gah! Gah!" just like working on her
That's
bird?
largely up to her, I
You know?
suppose.
Awesome. Okay.
But you can roll an intimidation to try to scare away the birds.
Okay. I am going to also yell at them in High Draconic because I feel like that sounds super scary.
And potential.
Okay.
And
That is the most pretentious language to yell at them in, it's true.
Yikes.
It is a 16 on intimidation.
So yeah, you effectively scare away one of the birds, just as one of the ropes finishes being pecked through, and so this forward sail has kind of drooped.
Oh no.
What did you yell at?
Roll a perception check.
Perception check. 15.
15. So there's an elaborate pulley system to hoist this sail, and it goes down and up like cams and like a compound bow.
Sure.
And so you just see like a bit of rope hanging down here.
Okay.
But this sail is now not
Droopy.
a sail.
Okay.
It's
It's
on the
low-key.
ground.
When is the
Its
sale?
its
Not a
bread
sale.
tie has come undone.
Its bread tie is coming down. Don't make fun of the boat.
I'm not making
We're
fun of the
lucky to
boat.
have the boat.
It's amazing.
This is a boat.
Good boat.
Mateus.
Imminently hopeful.
I'm going to kick open the door. Boom, again.
Okay.
Fresh bolt in my crossbow.
You've been playing Heart of the Dragon.
And I would be like, hero time! And I fire the bolt at,
I will say that
at
this
the
one
last bird.
has 3/4 cover, so you're gonna get a minus. It's gonna get +4 to its AC.
Oh gee.
But you are rolling regular. You don't get like disadvantage or anything. So
I hope hero time becomes a thing for you.
Yep. Boom, it's going to be 20. to hit.
20 will hit. Yeah.
I hope this bird dies. Yes!
Ooh.
That is meaty. 11 damage.
11
Wow.
damage. The bird goes limp.
Hero time is absolutely being a thing now.
The bird is limp. Are you gonna continue climbing, or are you gonna come back down?
I mean, can I
My guess is you
start
probably don't
fixing the
know
sail, or
that.
I don't?
You probably haven't realized, unless he's like shouting up like, "Hero time was a success. The birds are dead."
That's not a thing, Brian.
All right, so he hasn't.
It's just
You're
hero.
not aware that like the bird is dead. So,
Okay. I'll climb on up, and then when I find the dead bird, I'll just throw it down.
No, you should huck it off the boat
Well, yeah.
as hard as you can.
Okay, so are you guys gonna resume your positions then? Are you gonna like go back up to the crow's nest? What's
Do
going
I
on?
see that dangly rope?
Combat is more or less finished.
Yeah, do you see that the
Do-
ropes
do
all...
I see that
have
Roll a
dangling
ropes up there?
perception.
Yes.
It's a 4.
No, you don't.
How badly is the front sail drooping, and is it slowing the ship down at all?
The ship is still anchored because this is immediately after you guys dropped anchor. Like the sails were not up, like, but
I
the
thought we
rope
were
has like untangled the sail or the
lack of tension in the rope.
Yeah. So you guys were at anchor to wait out the storm, and this happened like immediately when the storm finished.
But I saw that it has been messed with, tampered with.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
The anchor's out.
I'm assuming I don't really know how to fix this
But I can.
issue. So I'll call
Thanks,
over the
Brian.
crew and alert them that there's something wrong with the sail.
Something is wrong.
That's better.
Now the anchor's down.
I appreciate that.
That's for you.
Thank you.
Immersive gaming.
Right.
It was really messing with my suspension of disbelief.
Is anybody gonna take watch while this is happening? Is anybody gonna go in a crow's nest?
No.
I guess
haven't
I'll go
been
back
up
up
there
there.
yet.
That was
Okay.
my spot. I reclaimed it heroically.
Your
Sure.
spot that you fled from like a scared
I'll
lady.
walk back with the crossbow over my shoulder like, you're welcome, everyone.
Perhaps you
Just
should
doing my job.
perhaps you should leave the bait on the deck.
Perhaps you should
Are
leave
you
all your fish sandwiches.
Talking
on the
about him
deck.
or his fish? I don't.
The subtlety
wanna
goes over my head.
follow
I don't
him up
understand what
there.
you're talking
You'll
about.
follow him up. Okay. So you guys over the last week have found out that the most common practice for people in the crow's nest, they don't, when they're looking for storms and cloud cover, they don't look at the skies. They look at the sea and they look for the shadow of clouds on the water, because there's this pesky ball of fire in the sky that appeared about 10 years ago, and it makes a glare and it's hard to like deal with. It's very bright. It inflicts a good deal of pain.
Wait, you
Oftentimes it dries sailors' skin out. It makes them have rashes and peel.
Did this place not have a sun until 10 years ago?
It did not.
Wow.
The sun
Amazing.
is 10 years old at this
We're
point.
still
Did
getting
you
used to
not
it.
watch the Emerald Blades?
Not the end of it,
Someone
no.
didn't watch.
I look directly at
Well, I think
the fireball and go, ah, pesky ball of light that I'm.
I think more
Not
so
sure
I
what
don't
it is.
remember from being at the beginning of that campaign. I don't remember there not being a sun.
That's because you wouldn't have known to look.
That's I guess.
So I need both of you guys to roll perception checks.
Y'all up there in the nest of crows.
Shit.
9.
6.
Okay. So you guys notice, as you're like scanning the water, you notice a pretty large storm is coming. There's a pretty large reflection on the water. Yeah.
Well, Skylar, I'll see you later. And I go straight back down.
I'll shout out, "A storm is coming!
Sure.
Batten down all your stuff!"
Can everybody make perception checks other than Skylark and Mateus?
Oh, nice.
All these dice are
14.
banned.
19.
19. With your 19, you think to look up because you're not from the surface, so you're not used to like using reflections for things.
Sure.
But you like look up at the sky and you're like, there's zero cloud cover. What makes them think there's a storm coming? I don't understand.
Sure. Could I use my knowledge of the area? Or no, instead, that's dumb. Instead, I will catch this one on the way down and be like, what's the problem here? There's nothing going on.
There's a shadow coming. I'm getting away from the shadow. It's
Looming darkness.
super scary.
What did you
Going.
see in the water?
The water. There's a shadow in the water, and I'm getting away from it. Also, it's hot. I don't know. I don't want to be here.
If I die being attacked by birds, will you hide underneath the ship again?
Probably.
I will haunt you.
I can explain this to you, but I can't understand it for you. So I'll be downstairs.
Can you make
Why?
a second spot perception check?
I'll try. I don't know why I went
Do
up
your
there.
best.
That's luck.
I'm just like,
I'm-
guys, there's a storm
retiring.
coming.
Look at all of this
I
water.
feel like he's just yelling shadow.
The only way you'd be able to really get a good vantage on it would be to go up into the crow's nest.
I'll go up
Okay.
because I'm not getting a lot of answers.
Not the ones you want anyway. Boom.
Ooh.
Roll that perception check again.
I always expect to get what I want.
1.
Hey.
Ooh.
I
I was waiting for it. I was waiting for it.
14.
14. So you look up and there's no clouds. You look down and you see this large shadow of a cloud. And you're thinking like probably some whales.
What's a whale?
Roll a knowledge nature.
No.
No.
It's an 8.
You know of the notion of a whale.
Okay. It's
You-
a big.
You've heard the term whale of a tail before and gone, oh,
Oh, okay.
She always
it's a
assumed that it
pretty
was just babies
big-
crying.
Yeah. It's like it's a whale.
It's a
must be
sad story.
Pretty big creature of the
Pretty
sea.
big story, creature, yeah. I need you guys about a minute later. I'm gonna need you all to make wisdom saving throws
Oh no.
as
Oh.
a large thing emerges. I need you to make one at disadvantage.
Oh, what? Why? How does disadvantage work?
You
I've
roll the
only
die
ever
12
been
times.
able to roll. Oh, okay.
twice,
And then
take
I
the
have
lower.
to.
Take the lower.
Sure. See, I've only ever rolled 4 advantage. I've never been.
No.
We're learning.
Like this general wisdom.
saving
It's a
throw.
wisdom saving throw.
So you just add your wisdom modifier because
Okay.
bards are not proficient in wisdom saving throws.
That's what I thought. So it is a 7.
7,
I got a 3.
3,
I have 21.
21,
14.
14,
18.
18. So, a large beast erupts from the water, and we will find out what that beast is next time on the Bard's Tale.